Yo, Parish Orphans and Retrogrades. Thank you for tuning in today to a special episode of Rules for Retrogrades. After a brief little break, I guess 5 days, the show returns with a new little Gordon in tow. Downstairs, of course. Steph had the baby, and it's always obviously been a pro-life show, pro-baby show, a pro-human show, a pro small sack of beans show, and that's what we call our little new baby Beanhead. Actually, her name is Adelaide Bede Gordon, born on the 26th, the night of Sunday the 26th, and she was born a small female human to us. And it, of course, Steph being, what are you, 58 now? Steph turned 58 this year. No, we're both in our 40s though. We're both in our 40s. And so
I feel 58 right now.
Yeah, we're looking forward to 50. We're both in our young to mid 40s. And so, of course, this was child number 8 to us, and presumably the last one, though Steph is got some Mexicanity in her genes. So this means that hyperfertility is a real thing. So who's to say that there won't be a number 9 at some point? Well, all we're saying is that for now, this is the most recent, youngest, most babyish addition to the Gordons. And we appreciate everybody's prayers out there. I just wanted to come to you all, being such a boutique, faithful, pro-life Catholic, baby-loving audience, and give a little update, especially because the show's been away. We've been tired. We went to Lafayette, Louisiana, and had this baby born. Of course, Steph has had C-sections all the way. So that's 8 little babies, 7 C-sections, because twins right in the middle are twins, Charlotte and Peregrine, were they count as 1 C-section. So 7 C-sections, 8 babies, and a very successful delivery and all. Lots of prayers happening. We had to get a hotel for all the other little Gordons and had mother-in-law helping along. So we were 3.5 hours away in Lafayette from Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, came back here on Wednesday night. And one thing that I noticed in the hospital, I can't remember if it was right before or after the birth, but I happened to have tweeted it, was just being in the hospital, you're sensitive to little babies, how sensitive their needs are, the newborns. And my very, very, very faithful OB-GYN and friend, Dr. I'll call him Dr. Frank. He has been on the channel before, though. It's not his real name. He's done a couple episodes with us. He delivered the baby along with another famous, very, very pro-life doctor. We'll call him Dr. Frank number 2. Thanks to both of those guys. Dr. Frank number 1 was telling me that, with people who have all the secular blood work in utero done, they check for things like Down syndrome, and if they find it, it's a search and destroy mission. Those were his words, a search and destroy mission. So I thought, just in celebration of the fact that we had a healthy birth, and the fact that I was thinking about this, we'll explain why I was thinking about it a little bit more in a second. I would point out to Catholics who are equivocally, uniformly, without exception, pro-life, that 9 out of 10 little babies in utero who are found to have Down syndrome are terminated, or destroyed, or killed, murdered by their parents. And I would just say this shows us that, as I've always said on this channel, we don't have a country. That's not what America is. It's not what we're told it is. This place of Christian virtue and Christian rights and freedom and natural law observance. It's just not. If 9 out of 10 of your neighbors would murder you, given the chance and the motive and the legality of it, then you would say, well, that's not a republic. That's not a moral form of government. And I was thinking about that right around the time she was born. I can't remember if he told me that before or after, but the point is, we did learn about 20, 30 minutes right after she was born that likely, we're still not 100% sure, but we're pretty sure that little Adelaide was born with Down syndrome. And that took 36 hours of absorption, the idea, the concept. And after that, we're kind of like, well, whatever. I mean, there's some things they have to watch for cardiologically, a little extra hole in the heart that's non-catastrophic, but bears watching, maybe bears surgical intervention later. And if it sounds like we're weathered for newborn problems and I guess have a thick skin, we do, Steph and I, because we're, while we're about 98% sure, even though the hole in the heart that she does seems to be indicative of Down syndrome. One thing, it's not 100% sure, but I'm a worrier when it comes to medical testing, even a little blood tests and stuff. But this one, we're just totally, completely at ease because she's, number one, the cutest thing ever. It's great to have a baby in the household again. And number two, just it wouldn't make a difference. Same reason we didn't have the specific Down syndrome testing done in utero. I mean, we're 100% good. But I thought I would tell you guys that it looks, there's several indicators of that, and it just doesn't make a difference. So we like to keep a lot of stuff private, but something like that, not so much. If we end up having child number 1, Abigail, and child number 2, Adelaide, or 2 A's, the book ends, presumably, of our 8 children, unless Steph's Mexicanity kicks in a major way and we end up having more, which is doubtful. Given that you turn 63 next year.
It keeps getting higher.
Yeah, or what, 64? We will, we'll be the bookends that require a little special needs. And, on this channel, we've talked at great length about the special connection that the Holy Spirit has through my family, through the little Saint Abigail, our eldest, who was born in Rome nearly 18 years ago and is in many ways the conceptual center of the household. We expect that to probably be the case, assuming little Hattie, we're calling Adelaide, does have Down syndrome. So please just keep her in your prayers. There is a lot of stuff I was watching on Twitter and in the news, but didn't feel ready to comment on yet. Tons of stuff. So it's not like I don't know what's been going on, but I'm tired and you want to be sharp when you go live. I always
talk about what the news is.
Talk about what the news is. You want to make sure you're sort of alert, semi-alert at least. And so it's
funny because we were
to do this.
We were joking because like when Tim and I were each in high school, we both were in the Best Buddies program.
Yep.
When we would help kids with Down syndrome, just like do various tasks. We didn't know each other in high school, but we both were in that program, and so it's just funny to us that like it's. I always kind of felt at some point. I remember when I was pregnant with Abby in Italy, and I was waiting at a bus stop, and a bunch of kids with Down syndrome got off a bus and were waiting with me. And I remember feeling then, like a long, long time ago, when I was in my early 20s, I was like, I wonder if I'll have a child at some point with Down syndrome. Just kind of hit me, at that point. And then of course Abby was born and she has, severe special needs. But like Tim said, from our perspective, it's like we kind of already got, went through the battlefield with Abby, and that was so intense with surgeries and her being helicoptered out of the Rome to the outside of Rome, and being in the hospital for months. And so now to have this with Adelaide, it's like she's doing really well. She doesn't seem to need any intervention right now. And she's just doing everything normally. And so we're just like, okay, we're very thankful. We're like, okay, thank goodness. Like right now, we're just a family. We're at home. Everything's normal. She couldn't be more loved. I mean, the girls, everybody's just fawning over her all the time, to the point where I'm just like, you need to give your sister some space. Like, please let the child breathe.
In a household with 6 other little girls and a brother who's busy playing Roblox, but also paying loving attention to her every once in a while. But the 6 other sisters just adore her. And lots of people on Twitter. I kind of already released on Twitter what I thought was going on, just because you feel like you can do it when you're sitting there in that hellish hospital. Something you can do is make tweets. So I was also debating someone on the tweet I released about the 90% of Down syndrome kids being, once they're discovered, they're aborted in the womb. Some lady came back at me with, "Oh, what do you know about it? Unless you're supporting them, you have nothing to say about it." She sounded wounded, sounded like maybe a lady that had killed her Down syndrome kid, maybe, if I'm speculating, maybe not. And I couldn't resist. That's what drew me out. And I was like, well, here's what I do know about it. We just got this unexpected soft diagnosis, and with lots of the markers, and I think equipped to talk about it now. It was a little scary the first day and a half, not even a full day and a half, 24 to 36 hours. But after that, I just woke up and I was like, I'm going to wait. Just please be healthy otherwise, and we'll deal with whatever. So I think that lady kind of drew me out.
Yeah.
And it was just funny timing, because even I was looking at my older brother had tweeted something about Downs on, between Easter and now, a week or two ago. And I kind of retweeted that, and I was like, that's just funny. There have been all these little synchronicities.
And people keep, it's very nice. People keep asking us, like, "Are you okay? Are you guys okay?" And we're great. We're actually really good. And it's almost like you almost want to ask the question sometimes: is it okay just to be okay with this? Like, we're great. Like, our family has been through a lot with the special needs stuff. So I feel like this has been, if there's going to be a family on earth that's going to have 2 special needs kids, it'll be us. And we're prepared for it. And our family is, very loving and very supportive, and she just fits in just like peas and carrots. So we're just, honestly, we're just so thankful that, to have a new baby in the household. We were talking about how great it is to have a brand new baby in the household, and she's doing so well. And honestly, it's like one of the things that was surprising with Abby was just like all the things that God gave us through her special needs, like all the gifts Tim and I have with our marriage being, as close as we are, our kids as being as close as we are, like just some of the things, the fruits that come from having a kid with special needs. And I really do look forward to what new things come from Adelaide, because I know that God's going to be giving us a lot of those things like he did with Abby. So it's going to be an interesting journey, but we're certainly up for it. And we're just so happy and thankful that she's here, and everything's going well right now.
It's not, none of it's cope. Maybe it sounds that way to people from the outside. It's just not. And I'm also not, one thing I'm not, we've been through a lot, but I'm not stoic about it. When I'm stressed, one, I talk about it. I can't hide it. Even when I was having minor health issues two years ago to really 18 months ago, people were like, "Oh, you look panicked." I'm like, because I was. That's not my thing. I'm a fighter, but I'm not I'm not quiet about it. And number 2, I'm not known for engaging in a lot of that cope. I'd kind of be talking about how worried I was, if I was, and I'm just not. So it's to people that have, I guess, had Down syndrome kids, all they say is what a joy it is to the family. Like, to the man, to the woman, the reporters, parental reporters of they had a kid with Down syndrome, just all say the exact same thing. And I had a best buddy, Steph had a best buddy, a couple of ours in law school had the little brother who was the Down syndrome guy. He was like a roller coaster fanatic. So they traveled all over the continental United States for the craziest roller coasters. And that's the thing. It brings up another point. Abby and little Hattie will be special needs their whole lives, and that'll be 2 out of our 8, but in drastically different ways, right? So Abby's in a wheelchair and can't get around, but she's very beautiful, and she's just hilarious, just kind of perches on the couch and comments on stuff in the center of the den. But she does need a wheelchair. It would be maybe a little bit more, because we're always pretty emotionally honest. It would be more if it was like, oh, there's going to be another wheelchair kid. No, like Down's kids get around well. So it'll be special needs in other ways that are probably new to us. It's not just that we're coping with it by denying anything. We're just, not particularly worried. It would be tough to double up, have 2 of one problem. I mean, in some ways, no, then you'd be even more equipped, and it wouldn't be new when you deal with the second one, but it would be tough. As we do get older, I do have to carry Abby into the car. I carry, her out of the car. I carry her, even if all of us are going to be in another room for more than a few minutes. If we are all going upstairs to hang out, and then the kids' kind of big play area, we'll bring Abby, and I have to carry her. So it'd be tough if there are 2 like that, but that's not how Down syndrome kids are. So that's kind of how we have it worked out now, 5 days after she was born. And people were all asking, and not all of you are on Twitter. So we thought, why not do a little update for you all, parish orphans and retrogrades out there. And it is connected in a real conceptual way to, gosh, I just think of these kids are like little bundles of joy, everyone I've ever seen. And the fact that 9 out of 10 Americans, allegedly otherwise putatively law-abiding citizens of the U.S., are just sort of quietly under the radar if they detected a Down syndrome kid in utero murdering them. It goes to show what I'm always saying. Like, look, we don't have a country, you can't make a common cause. You can't make common cause with people who are not really cut of the same cloth you are. And that's why the idea of big republics is false. That's why the idea of dispensing with subsidiarity because of, say, political theory, Enlightenment political theory of virtual representation is false. Things like that. So it cues into other, cultural and even political issues when you start making the proper connection, even about microscopic aspects of your own life. If you're, I guess, shrewd enough, you're like, oh, well, that's funny, because if only 1 out of 10 fellow Americans would be like, well, of course we love our 8th child as much as our other 7 children. We don't love her less, or well, she's not worthy of killing. I mean, I can't even say it, but that's how 9 out of 10 Americans are living out their existences. Yeah, I get the test.
It's wild to me because all of our family, we're all just like doting on her nonstop. Like, it's just like thought of any harm coming to her, like, makes me want to like fly into a rage. Like, I just like the protectiveness that we all feel already for her is like so overwhelming. It's just, I can't even fathom. And that's why we don't do the tests, because it's like, I don't care how my babies are born. Like, they could be born with extra arms and legs and like, or whatever. Day, well, of course. Yeah. But I'm
more than you. You're like, well, the cool thing about Steph, aside from the fact that Steph is, she is more naturally stoic. That stoicism doesn't mean tough. Some people are just less expressive, but that makes them better. You have a good pain tolerance. You're up here. You mounted these stairs. I mean, less than 5 days ago, you had, all of your C-section cut through all of those layers of staff. And, you ended up mounting the stairs to do this fast little show. We won't do one tomorrow or maybe Sunday. She's actually getting baptized at the TLM on Sunday. So maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday we'll be back. But I mean, you're fast to return, fast to absorb less than ideal news. I mean, you were fast to absorb the Abby news, and your first response in Rome was just, will she survive? Can we have her? We just want her. And I, of course, was like, oh yeah, that's right. But that was just your first orienting instinct. And I just thought that's so good. And I mean, of course I had the exact same thing, but it was like right away. Guys men lack this immediate instinctual connection with the kid because they're not mothers. And so you're like, well, no, that's, of course, we want the healthiest life possible from here. But with you just immediately are like, oh, I'm just completely relieved. Okay, as long as a little heart trouble isn't bad and the Down syndrome's nothing, you're saying an hour after you found out. And I was like kind of upset the first day, but it was nothing like with Abby. But you repeated that this time with Hattie, and it's the way that it's supposed to be. And then, it's also crazy because there's this emotional connection. Our emotions and our sensitive appetites are so closely connected to sleep. And when we were up all night, I was just up all night worrying right after she was born and got like no sleep. So after I got my first real night's sleep after she's born, then I was okay. We stay up kind of late, but not that late. So you got to have some sleep to be in your right mind. And the second night we did, and that's when I started feeling better, was when I woke up after the second sleep. So people are asking, how can they help? We really, I don't think need help. Folks are always asking because of Abby, just how can we donate? There's a click donate button on timothyjgordon.com if that's what you want to do. But that's always up. The main thing is these Parish Orphan Patron Packs for folks that become $13 a month supporters. That's just the channel, just to help us keep this channel going, doing all the things we do. Do you have my Twitter account up, Steph?
No, sorry. I
was going through first, and I was thinking about all of the calls, the calls that I made. Beside and there's a pretty good tweet about it. But if we don't have the Twitter up, I'll just talk about that later. I'm kind of just rambling, aren't I? Well, thank you all for your support. Thanks for all of your prayers. Everybody knew, a lot of you knew that she would be, Steph would be likely delivering sometime around 38 weeks because she's had all C-sections. So thank you for your prayers. Thanks for your support. timothyjgordon.com is where you can do the one thing. If you just want to do locals, rules for retrogrades at locals is how you can become a formal supporter of the channel, help us keep the lights on. If you don't want to do any of that, just like this video and subscribe to the channel. Help us hit 100K subscribers. That's always kind of a looming goal. People can't believe. People will say, "Oh, Timothy Gordon, you're not at 100,000 subscribers. What's the deal, man?" And I'll go, "Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes your name is bigger than your channel." So please hit subscribe. That's one thing. And just keep us in your prayers, because anytime there's a little baby around, 5 days old, someone's always got a watchful eye on her, and they're so little.
They're so little.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
No matter how many of them you have around, little babies, you're always thinking your youngest is kind of like a baby. We have a tiny 4-year-old who's about to turn 4, 10. And we think she's like a baby. And then you compare them, and it's like, nope, you are a big, fat, Stay Puft marshmallow chubby woman. Like you look huge now. Before, Saturday, early Sunday before you went into labor, I was like, this baby's going to be like just a little smaller than Penn. And Penn just looks like she needs to go on a diet. Yeah, I mean, she is tiny for age. She's petite.
And she sounds just like Yoshi. Everybody jokes that our 4-year-old's voice sounds exactly like Yoshi. Like literally, nurses were laughing when she'd come to visit us because she'd talk, and like people will their heads will snap back and look at her because her voice is it's so cute. It's so funny. It's so high pitched. She sounds like Yoshi. She does sound like Yoshi. Hilarious.
She wears these little pink shit kicker boots that all the black nurses loved. Every time they'd see us coming. You're such a spectacle coming and going in the hospital. I do wish there was a way to access the room without being a complete, like, causing a conniption in the scene, causing a huge
all like 8 of you guys coming and visiting me.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean,
And my mom
was sleeping there with you. Your mom was sleeping with the kids in the hospital. But anytime a black nurse would see, she'd be like, "Damn, girl, them boots, don't." Pen would just be like, she looks like she knows what's up when she's wearing her Gabby Cat boots. So,
oh my gosh. Adelaide is going to be she's an interesting part of the group now. She's like these Gordon kids, I'm telling you.
Well, we all Gordons suffer from a deplorable excess of personality.
Boy.
So just keep us in your prayers. She'll be baptized on Sunday in the TLM. All our family sacraments are only at our TLM parish.
Her bilirubin's a bit high right now, so please do pray for her for that. I think we have to take her into the hospital tomorrow to get it rechecked.
Do we?
Yeah, they just sent us an email right now. So hopefully she'll be baptized on Sunday if she doesn't need that like photo light treatment. But
oh wow,
right now that's the only issue right now is just like her bilirubin's high. But all our babies have really high bilirubin. They always do. So
do we have to have it rechecked, or does she have to sit under the light?
They're going to recheck it tomorrow. We just got the email. We took her in for her first pediatrician appointment today, and he said she looks great, but her bilirubin's high, and so he's just sent us an email right now.
Does he think we'll have to stay?
He doesn't know because it's just high. But he said that we're going to retest it tomorrow at Force General, and then we'll regroup from there.
Well, that sounds terrible.
I know.
Yeah, we need to have her baptized. So
yeah. I don't know. Those of you who've had the photos treatment, let us know what that's like, because that might be where we're heading right now. But
the what treatment?
That photo. Your brother Dave had that, and my brother Joe did too.
But I thought, yeah. Anyway, well, you're seeing the sausage made now. We're hoping not to have to do that, but pray for her bilirubin to lower. And all that. So
they're asking you for sitting in a window. Yeah, Tim had her. It was nice. He had her out on the deck earlier yesterday, and then today we had her. It's been rainy here and cloudy. Of course,
use some sunshine.
I know
for that exact purpose. Do I see a little patch of blue out there? Maybe I'll bring her out some.
You put her back in the car, the heater, and just let her have some sun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, God bless you guys. Thank you for all your blessings you send our way, and all of your prayers, and all of the people I was communicating with, sort of special locals people, and
people in chat too saying they also have Down syndrome kids or things.
Oh, beautiful.
People like at first we were like, wow, we have 2 special needs kids. We're like, wow, I feel like that's super rare. But then like it's crazy, because then like we've heard from so many people like, oh, I have 2 special needs kids. We have a lady in chat right now. She has they have 2. So that's not so rare at all.
Well, yeah. Thank you, and God bless you and your family. Thanks for anyone who commented and shared little experiences on Twitter too. A lot of you were sharing stuff on Twitter, so that helps. And just the prayers are the number one help. So thanks a million, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully she gets baptized on Sunday. God bless.